So I've been playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This is from Sandfall Interactive, which is a newer studio. They've got some game dev veterans and legends on their team, but this is their first like big game. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if it's not on your radar, put it on your fucking radar. This is going to be in that game of the conversation. I'm still very early in it. Only I want to say around the 5-hour mark, but it might be even a little less than that, but somewhere around there for sure. And this game has me ripped. Like, I am obsessed with this. I can't wait to get back to it. It makes playing Breath of the Wild for our monthly video game book club show even more annoying for me because I just want to play this game now. Shouldn't have touched it. I should have waited till I was done with Breath of the Wild, but it is what it is. So I've got to put it on hold for a little while. But this game is phenomenal. It is really, really damn good. I can tell already, even with how early I'm into the game, this is going to be one of my favorite turn-based combat systems ever, if not my favorite, bar none. You know, it is just so much fun to play. There is so much you can say about Clair Obscur. It's beautiful. It plays fantastically. The writing is very good. The character writing specifically is so good. Every single character seems really flushed out and is interesting and has unique perspectives. And I just want to see all of these characters interact with each other. I do have one small criticism. It's really my only criticism I've had so far, is that the character writing is fantastic. The plot writing could have used a little bit more expounding on, especially in these early hours. And what I mean by that, Connor, is what I've been describing to you in our private talks about it, is most RPGs of this ilk are a little boring in the beginning. Most RPGs in general are kind of boring in the beginning. Like, probably the first, 10 or so hours are just kind of, they're really slow burning you, getting you introduced to the world, getting you introduced to all the different mechanics that you're going to be playing with. Clair Obscur, which I do like, cuts all that out and puts you, you are right into the meat of the experience, which is what I enjoy so much. This game is said to be about 30 hours.
I just looked it up, yeah.
Yeah. If they put in that 10 to 15 hour thing where they slowly introduce you to the world and stuff, it probably would have broken 50 hours in that, and I'm glad that it's not there. I'm really am glad that it's not there, because it allowed the combat to immediately grab me and go, this is why this is fun. And I go, oh, badass. And it immediately allowed me to get interested in the main conflict of the game, which is conceptually one of the coolest things ever. If you don't know, this is a world in which this great paintress, they call her.
Paintress.
Showed up. I guess, I think one day, at least this is what I've been able to determine so far. And it started at and behind the paintress was a number, and it was the number 100. And then every year, the paintress has wiped that number away and written one number lower. So it went 100, 99, 98, yada, yada, yada. The game starts and it's at 34, and it's at the eve of when it dips down to 33, which is why it's Expedition 33. We'll get to that in a second, too. And basically, every year that passes, if you are that age on the clock, you get Thanos Infinity War snapped out of existence. So the game starts from 34 to 33, and everyone who is 33 years old dies and gets whispered away, like you would see in Avengers Infinity War. They put a little bit more artistic spin on it. There's rose petals that you kind of wilt away instead, but it's that same effect, right? And so you are now they send out these expeditions that go out and try and stop the paintress, and they've all failed. And so you were part of Expedition 33, which is weird. This is another thing where they didn't establish their world correctly. So, they're counting down with them. So they started at 102. But the first expedition was Expedition 0, and then it went backwards from 99 down. So it was Expedition 0, 98, 99, 98, 97, 96, all the way down to 33, right? Weird that they chose to go that way narratively. It threw me off until, because your rest points, your save points in this game are expedition flags from previous expeditions. So like you'll like journey along the path and you'll see this flag and it's expedition 70. This is where 70 made it. Like, and they planted a flag. You can rest. They do the great Dark Souls thing where everybody you've killed comes back, but you also get all your health back and your health potions back and so forth.
To that end, is it like when you go through the world, is it just random numbers? Like it's not like it's descending order or anything like that when you get to those checkpoints?
No, it jumps around. I'm not gonna like it's not like randomly generated, like they're set.
Yeah, right.
But like it's I've seen 40, I've seen 70, I've seen 68. Like, you know,
I was worried for a second they were going to do like, oh, they're all in sequence. I'm like, that's lame. But
that gives you a literal countdown of how deep into the game. No, it's all random stuff. And this is not like where the expedition died. It's just they were here too.
Yeah,
you know. So back to my like one critique of like the pace of narrative. Also, like Avengers Infinity War, that pace is exactly the same as the movie. Like, where it's just like, you are in it, we are going, and we are not slowing down. And so it's a little bit of like whiplash that I'm having from this intro, which was beautiful. This game has possibly one of the saddest intros to a video game of all time. Like, not quite on the level of The Last of Us, but in that realm. Like, this is sad. Like, I wanted to, like, I really was feeling for these characters in the beginning of this game. It was really well effective. But then we immediately jump into conflict, battles. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what the world is really. They just throw you in a little too fast, and they start moving. And they're like, hey, you got to go. And it's not, like, dense. It's just quick. And it feels like there were some narrative beats that are missing to get us to this point. But if that allows us to have a fully formed, scoped out middle and end of the game, I'm cool with losing some pacing in the beginning, right? Especially because that intro was so good that like I'm in. The acting's fantastic. I thought the lead was Ben Starr because he was really heavily advertised to be in the game.
Yeah,
the lead is Charlie Cox.
Yeah, I didn't know that
from Daredevil fame, and I'm like, oh shit, and he's killing it. He's doing a great job. The early characters that I've met so far, I love them. They're so good. Yeah. The character writing in this game is awesome. The battle mechanics, I really can't sing the praises of these battle mechanics enough. It immediately jumps you in. Like, you know how in an RPG, most of the time, like, it's real basic mechanics. It's like, all right, this is your attack. All right, here's your magic spell. Magic costs MP. And, like, there's, like, nothing, like, really special about it until you get to that, like, 20, 25-hour mark. And then they start giving you the different, like, effects that your damage and attacks can do. So it's like, oh, this one applies, like, poison damage. This one applies burn. This one applies this, that, and the third. You know, or this is a thing that allows your allies to do double damage on the next move. Expedition 33 does that from the jump. And they're immediately like, hey, here's a bunch of just stats and things that you can apply, and it's not super overwhelming. I do wish that they slowed down and explained the system a little bit better, but like you just play around with the menus a little bit, you get the gist of it, right? I do wish they'd slowed it down a little bit though. But immediately you're like, okay, Gustav is your main guy, and then your like first person that you recruit is Loon. I forget her name.
Leland?
We'll call her Luna for now. That's not it. It's something similar to that, though. And, like, immediately they're like, hey, Gustav has this move that he can power her up. And you go, oh, okay, cool. She has this move where she burns guys in every move they lose health on fire damage. Oh, okay, well, then now Gustav has this thing where the attack does double damage if the enemy is burning. Oh, okay, that's cool. So I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna do that path and then do that. Oh, and well, now Gustav has this move that marks enemies, and marks applies even heavier damage to it. But Luna, whatever her name is, also has this move that if an enemy is marked, it does even more damage on top of that. So it's just like this instantly, like you're in this cycle of like you feel like you're already breaking the game, which feels great because it allows the game to have the freedom to be challenging.
Yeah,
and almost like right out the gate, you're going to start fighting enemies who will kick your ass. And I love it. I think it's fantastic because it's also played into sort of that like Super Mario RPG, most recently Sea of Stars, where it's a little more active in the turn-based combat, where you have things like parrying and dodging in this game. Both feel great, and the timing windows, especially for the parry, are tight. You got to get good at it. You got to study enemy movements and animations and so forth. And enemies have different attacks like that will do. So like there's this thing where like it'll say enemy does a quick attack, and that'll mean something for this enemy type. He'll if he does a quick attack, I know he's going to attack twice. You know, or enemy does a normal attack, and he'll jump up and he'll kind of charge up his move, and I know, oh, this one's gonna do extra damage, so I need to like make sure that I like get out of the way or dodge this one or whatever like that. And it's just like immediately we are in this multi-layered combat system that shows its teeth right away. I appreciate that so much more as a player than that slow burn that most RPGs do, because for me, replayability is a huge thing, and that slow burn kills me on so many playthroughs. And even my first time through, a lot of the time, because we're slow burning it, I lose interest, and I only play the first 5 hours of an RPG, and then I go, yeah, it's cool, but it just didn't grab me or whatever. This has me by the balls from minute one. I love this game. I haven't played it enough to put it as my game of the year so far, but I know it will be, and I struggle to see what is going to knock it off this pedestal this year.
Maybe Ghost of Yotai. Got an
maybe because that game is
Yotai.
sounding great because they're talking a lot about it lately, and that game is sounding like it's going to be a banger. Mm-hmm. So I'm very excited for that. There's a lot of games I'm very, very excited for this year. I don't see how Expedition 33 can be knocked off.
Maybe Doom: The Dark Ages. That game.
There's not as someone who loves the Doom games, not a chance.
Guess we'll find out.
Not a chance.
We'll see. Fighting like a tank is more fun than fighting like a quick person, which is usually what you play as.
We'll cut back to this moment whenever Tavin is like, I was wrong.
Doom Dark Age is so good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this game. I got Oblivion Remastered and Breath of the Wild first, though.
I'm telling you right now, Connor, put Oblivion down.